of Let's Play World of Warcraft Classic. And yeah, last time we finished out around this area right here, I think, and yeah, I did some things in Kronos. I also increased my engineering, like I skipped the herbalism and went for engineering skill, and I brought this up to 90. And well, from here on we should be fine. So what I'm going to do is finishing this quest real quick, handing in both right here, and then we will finish Kronos today. Not Kronos, Dun Morogh, I mean. Yeah, and maybe even venture a bit into the wetlands. Loch Modern, I mean. I was thinking about wetlands because I'm also like playing with the idea of maybe just going for a complete new zone like Darkshore, but we will see about that when we get to that. So yeah, for now let's just finish Dun Morogh. Oh. Just wanted to try out the engineering in vanilla. Usually I always go for leatherworking and sometimes also herbalism, alchemy, and but I thought since we are gnome, it's kind of fitting that we just go for that. I played engineering, but that was in like Wrath of the Lich King, so I'm pretty interested in like what to expect on vanilla. On vanilla, wow. Sometimes I just eat whole words, it's a bit strange. I was also able to sell some stuff. Also something that didn't went so well, it's back in the mail. But overall we made some good cash. I also got a nice donation, like a rune cloth bag. Perfect stuff for the start, so thanks again to the random stranger who provided me with this. Hey there, Shadow. Glad you are joining the stream. Would be nice if you could tell me if the music is like maybe a bit too loud or okay. Would be good to know. Looking very forward to level 10. To the Void Walk and also the Soul Train. I mean, so far we don't have any problems. It's not that we are like in dire need of having something upgraded, but I guess it will be even better once we get that. As nice as the imp is, it does not have like a taunt or anything, so that's a bit annoying. We also have some good rest XP since we, well, did not play for about 2 days. So we should be level 10 relatively soon. Especially considering like once we hand in those quests. And there seem to be a lot of ore and copper veins here. Still did not get a wand, which is a bit bad, but yeah, it's okay, like we are doing fine, not a big deal. I kind of forgot to stack up on some regeneratives. That's not so good, but well, maybe we find something along the way. I have something that I can actually cook, but I need a few more levels into cooking for that. But like the beer-based boar ribs are actually pretty nice early level food. A bit standard, but yeah, quite nice. I also like the sound of that. It really sounds delicious. Oh, I actually did not completely mine those copper veins over here. From playing so much Wrath of the Lich King, sometimes I actually have to remind myself that indeed you can mine them like more than just once.
And if I was a man, I couldn't do anything because man always fails, you know. He's so limited. He doesn't have the right to do things in the world.
I think I will never use Curse of Agony. Like, leveling wise, I don't think it's worth it right now. Like, the enemies just die way too quick. Could even argue that the corruption is like something you can skip. That's too tricky. I think I have to retreat from that. I just hope they don't chase me too far. Okay, it's good. There was also like, don't have to kill another troll. We actually can just loot it. But we have to be a bit careful here. I'm not the biggest fan of Loch Modan. I really might go just Dark Shore, to be honest. Depending on the level I get once we are finished in Dun Morogh. Hey Ollie.
I know what I'm talking about. But do the trick of making a world that is the better type of place to be.
Yeah, I guess after handing those 2 quests in and maybe grinding a few more mobs, then we should be fine. I think I will try to get level 10 before I move here, because this is actually a bit of a tricky area. A lot of clustered enemies that also like a very narrow space. There's like a cave you have to go in, and I really would like to have my Void Walker until that point. And I guess it's also quite nice regarding the traveling road that we first accept the quest in Ironforge. To be honest, I'm not too sure like the Gnome class quest for the Void Walker, where it requires me to go. So I'm not too sure where to go after Ironforge. But I guess we will be able to find it out really soon. And well, after that we go around this location, I think. It might actually have something to do with trolls again, but I can't tell right now. Let's go by this lake again. There should be an copper vein. Usually there is. Maybe it was just harvested. It looks like it's empty, okay. But yeah, always a good place to go by, because this is actually not a very, well, frequent kind of area. And there's also a rare here around this spot, but it does not look like he's here at the moment. I mean, the loot tables in Kronos are also not the best, I think. So I'm not missing out on any big loot here if I don't, like, if I can't kill the rare mob. But yeah, just a side note that there's actually a rare spawn around that point. But it's not that easy, since he tends to pull a lot of those NPCs with him. It's like a leader of the pack sort of mob. Hey Xadion. Thanks for everyone that's joining the stream right now. Really appreciate it. If you have any questions or just want to chat about something, then feel free to ask. I actually don't have praisers yet. Oh, that's actually a nice follow-up quest. We will go to that area pretty soon. Alright, only a few more mobs. I think 2 should do it regarding the level, depending on the level. Yeah, looking good right now. Looks like we just activated like another quest, a follow-up quest that we also can pick up. So I guess we take the road from Kronos to Ironforge. It might also be possible that we can get the class quest from the class trainer in Kronos, like the Warlock trainer, but I'm very certain we have to go to Ironforge still. At least that's the case with a lot of class quests. I just don't hope that we have to go even to Stormwind, but it's also a possibility because there's like the Slaughtered Lamb, that's like the main hub for Warlocks, so maybe we also have to visit that. Interesting question, like if there's a vanilla server that actually does some tweaks to balance out the classes a bit better, but I don't think there is. It's a very interesting idea, but like the private server community in a whole tends to bash on servers like this and is actually not very fond of any kind of customization that goes against the Bliss-like experience, so there are not many servers or not many developers that actually are aiming for such a goal, since it's a bit of an unpopular opinion. But I quite like the idea, to be honest, because I agree with you that, for example, rogues and warriors are pretty much a bit overpopulated on certain servers, because, well, they are just even, like, it's always a very subjective thing, of course, but also, objectively speaking, it's a really strong class, and I would like to see maybe like Moonkins getting buffed a little so they actually are viable for raids, because it's a very fun spec to play, and I mean, you still find your place if you're going to a vanilla server, like especially since everything is so explored and progressed, and like I don't think there will be people who of course, there will be people who decline you as the Boomkin, I guess, but there will also be a lot of guilds who are pretty glad to have you, I guess. Even if you don't do that much DPS. I mean, there's also some utility to the spec, so it's quite nice. Yeah. I mean, it's the same like with Red Paladin, you know, there's like this... There are like really stereotypes about how bad the certain spec is and how you should not go for it, and I can understand your point there that you really want maybe some little tweaks here and there to actually make it possible for every class to be good. And yeah, it's really an interesting idea, and who knows, maybe like one day someone will dare to go that route. Again, it's just not very popular, and I mean, maybe after a certain time of the vanilla experience, of the private server experience, people actually crave for something new and for, well, something custom that actually changes a few things. I think that's a pretty good possibility, actually, just because, like, maybe playing the same classes over and over again just because they are more viable than others can get a bit boring, and that's why I think it might be possible that, well, at some date there are some customizations that would be nice. But hey, that's one thing that only time will tell, I guess. Oh wow, I'm actually... Because those mobs are solo level, I probably should have killed a few more around my level range. Like the decrease, like even if it's like 3 levels lower than an enemy on your level range or like on your current level, it actually means a lot. Like a level 9 mob gives me around 90, 100 XP, and well, it just halves. So maybe I should have sticked around the other area a bit. But only one more and then we got it. Let's see who's the lucky winner to grant us level 10. Hello to everyone that's new to the stream. I just see we have like 13 viewers. That happened very fast, so welcome and hey, level 10, that's nice. So let's see, looks like there's like no go to that point kind of quest from the trainer right here, which is also sometimes the usual thing, but not in this case. I'm really not a big fan of Curse of Weakness, I don't think we need it. Healthstone is nice, Demon's King level 2, I take that, and Immolate. Good stuff. Already known, okay. Looks like that's fine. I'm a bit surprised actually. In case any one of you knows that a bit better, then please tell me if I really have to go to Stormwind for the Voidwalker quest. I was expecting that at least the gnome would tell me like where to go for this, but it looks like we actually have to go to Stormwind. I also made a short sale chunk macro. I can post this maybe later in the description if you want. Okay, let's see. Oh, this looks fine. Let's keep that for now. Well, I mean, Shadow, that's also, I guess, a thing you could well argue like that. And of course, like you have always the argument that it's like the way it's meant to be, and no one can take that away, I guess. But I think like the idea, or like at least the thought about what could have been and what might have been an improvement is always nice, and just a bit curious. Maybe this is like just an event quest. Like Questy sometimes just shows certain quest events. Yeah, this is apparently nothing for us right now, but that's okay. Alright, so would be really appreciated if one of you could maybe Google this real quick or just tell me from experience. But I probably need to go to Stormwind right away. Could it be? Guess we would take the tram to Stormwind real quick. Because I'm fairly certain that at level 10 you get your Voidwalker. Maybe it's also enough to just go to the gnome or like the Ironforge trainer for that. But I guess we will find out really soon. And we also unlocked our first talent, and I guess for leveling up, I guess Demonology is quite nice for leveling, like some sort of Beastmaster kind of skill tree if you think about it. I'm not too fond of this talent though, like it's quite nice I guess against ganks and stuff, but I guess we have to invest in some weaker talents first, so we get to the good stuff, as it's the case with a lot of talents or a lot of specs.
What this is saying then is that just as you don't
well, let's go for the Hearthstone. The Healthstone first. Ah yeah, now I see it.
That doesn't
We actually can go in Iron Forge, but this guy just says right away, go to the Slaughtered Lamb, which is in Stormwind. Alright,
shines the stars,
okay.
constellates the constellation. And
So I guess the thing we are going to do is finish things up around this area right here,
doesn't mean to say
even without our Void Walker, and then just move on
knowing how you
later to the to Stormwind. Or do we do it now? I think I do it now, actually. Sorry for this kind of indecisiveness here, but I'm just thinking about like where to go on after this, and like the decision was here, do we go to Westfall after this or do we go to Darkshore? And I think we will go to Darkshore, which means we go to Stormwind right now to get our pet, Hearthstone back to, well, finish things up in Dun Morogh, and then basically make our way through the wetlands to Menethil Harbor to get to Darkshore. So that's the way we are handling things, and yeah, just had to make a quick decision there. I guess it's not even necessary to pick up that quest, right? Just could go to the tram right away, I think. But just for completion's sake, let's pick up the quest that leads us to the Slaughtered Lamb. Maybe it gives us some nice XP. Let's just see. Yeah, okay, thanks for the confirmation as well, guys. That's nice of you. I mean, there's like a quest in Iron Forge, but, well. It only leads us to Stormwind, basically. But that's fine.
Greetings. Very good.
Now, let's just hope that this quest is actually, like, that we just accept it, gives also some XP. So that it was not completely useless. So yeah, let's get our Void Walker. Also the flight path in Stormwind should be quite nice, so I should not forget to pick that up, and then we go back to Karan. Yeah, it's Karanos, and then from there we will finish the starting area. Just such a nice kind of improvement to our overall leveling experience that I really don't want to wait any longer, and it also is quite nice for us in general, since we want to go to Darkshore afterwards. I think if I would have decided for Westfall, then I would have just skipped it for now, so that we can stay in Stormwind right away. But yeah, it's also a pretty nice quest around here with the deep brown rats. You basically have to play the rat catcher. A super annoying flute, by the way. I'm not too sure if they fixed it, but I think there was a time where you can actually use this around other areas. And, well, it makes a pretty annoying sound. It's not that bad, but once you spam it like over and over, it gets pretty annoying. So I'm actually not too sure if you can, like, there's this quest in Ashenvale where you can keep some sort of route, I should say, some sort of staff that transforms you into a full berg, and you can use that everywhere, and basically by not ending the quest you can run around as a full berg a lot of the time. But I'm not too sure if this is like the same kind of scripting with the red catcher flute, to be honest. It might not be possible to use it elsewhere, actually. If it is, then this is really, really annoying. But hey,
Pleased to meet you.
it's just the way. Let's give it in.
Hi, you're a tall one.
Just can't pass up on 900 experience. That's just too much for a short experiment. I guess in the private server scene you could also say that maybe different private server handle it differently. Because in that kind of sense there are actually sometimes big differences to the overall kind of scripting. Yeah, Oli, about Nostarius, they will actually release free servers like the old one. Oh, by the way, love you. I always love the tram for this. Amazing. But yeah, there will be 3 realms. The first one will be like from the old servers with the old characters and all. Then 1 month later they plan to release a fresh PvP server, followed then 1 month later by a fresh PvE server. So over the course of the next 3-4 months there will be a lot of new servers, also the old one as explained. Actually I don't think it's a fresh PvE server, I think it's like still the old PvE server. So there will be a fresh PvP, a old PvE and an old PvP. Oh, and I should not forget to give him this quest. So yeah, if you are willing to like hop on a server that actually is already quite progressed, like not at next Ramas or anything, but still like the old kind of state, then you can play in around, let's say 3 or 4 weeks. And if you want to wait for a fresh start, then you have to wait about like 2 months.
Very well then.
5 silver, that's actually not that bad for such a little neat quest. Also pretty nice food, 243 health. That's pretty okay. Okay, I just want to make sure not to forget like anything here. Like we need the Griffin Master around that area. There are also like a lot of quests, but this is like all just festival kind of stuff. I think there's also like a pretty experienced cook around this place, and also some quests for dead mines. So not for us, at least not yet, but maybe later. That might be mistaken about the cook in vanilla. This might be something that is just implemented in later expansions. But yeah, I think somewhere around here there was a guy that actually sells a lot of recipes, but it seems like it's not in vanilla. Okay, there are also some low-level quests that basically just want you to go from A to B. I don't think we'll pick that up. It's really not that worth it. But something I could have done, and I'm regretting not doing, is like pay a visit to the engineering trainer around this area right here. They also give some nice recipes if I remember correctly, so kinda missed out on that one. But that's not the biggest deal. I mean, we still can like level wise we are very well set right now, so not a big issue. I will check out my old character. Like I have a high level rogue there around level 45 I think. But I probably won't play there actually, to be honest. I think I will rather also go for a fresh start, to be honest. Like the thing that I also have to keep in mind is the whole WoW Awakening scenario, and well, it's just that they take their sweet time right now, and I'm not too sure like when servers will release, and I just hope they don't collide and they don't like take players from each other. And like I even have the fear that Nostarius would swallow the WoW Awakening server, so yeah, that's something I also have to consider. And well, I think I will go for the fresh PvP server when it starts. Like this, it's not a question like how much and how thorough I will play on it, but I will still, yeah, like get all the madness, absorb it. Like the launch of the server will be totally insane, I think. No, looks like I'm sinking again. But yeah, super excited for the whole relaunch. Also like for the future of the server, how things will play out, how will Blizzard react. It's also something I'm looking very much forward to. Because by now it's pretty obvious, I think, that this whole kind of invitation to the headquarters was a bit of a PR move. And I wonder like how they will deal with it the second time, like now that Nostarius is back. Actually gives no XP. That's very unfortunate. Alright, we can't just leave this place again. I just remembered, like it's somewhere around this area, but it's actually not that bad. We can pick up some XP along the way. This is a nice questing zone, Elwynn Forest. We have to go down here, I think. It's a bit weird that it's not displayed. Wait a second. I'm pretty sure it's like around this area, to be honest. Like we have to kill an enemy around this point. But I might be mistaken. Let's take a look. One of the fires. Huh. I'm pretty sure it's about this place, this or this. Well, whatever the case, we will go to the Elwynn Forest and quest there a bit, I guess. Oh boy, I already named the episode Finishing Dun Morogh, and I'm not even sure if we can do it today, since we have a lot of like walking and side tracking to do. I guess maybe it will be just a longer play session then. Let's see. Hey me, Lee. This is Kronos right now. Just a bit of, well, let's say playtesting. Yeah, we already had a discussion like a few seconds earlier, but once Nost restarts, I will play on that. But for now, I will just enjoy myself a bit on Kronos. Yeah, it's really weird, like when everything went down, like when they got their cease and desist letter and actually like talked with Blizzard, had a meeting and everything, like the whole community was super hopeful that something might come of it, but in the end they just ignored everything, and it's a bit sad. Like they tried to settle things down a bit just before the Legion launch so that they can have a smooth start, and after that it was pretty obvious that it's all was just a bit of a PR move. I mean, it's a big company and they pretty much know what they're doing, and that's also like the thing where I always like to remind people that like we as players, we just don't get behind the fact like why legacy servers are not a thing. Like we always say, hey, the demand is there, and don't you see that there are actually a lot of people that wants to play? And I just can't believe that a company like Blizzard is actually just ignorant. Like I don't want to like be that arrogant to think that like I as a pleb could actually be smarter than such a successful company, you know, that there must be something that we just don't get, and that actually is a valid reason to not launch legacy servers. That's always something I think you have to consider as well. Okay, we will not accept a request here, only a few. This one, for example. And, well, around this, so that we can quest a bit around this area, I guess. The other ones are a bit low level. We can accept that one, that's like right around the corner. This is also like for low level goblins. Or vermins, I should say, not goblins. You can do that one. And let's see what else is here. Okay, the rest is like pretty much follow-up quests. Like there actually are a few quests here, but we can't do them quite yet. Alright, let's just keep moving. I guess I could have set my Hearthstone in Stormwind. I think that was a mistake. But maybe like once we are around here, we just go to Redwitch and get a flight path there. I think that's what we are going to do. So yeah, summer walking, yay! Yeah, maybe you're right about Activision as well. Like that's really just, again, I just can't explain it to myself. Like I don't want to believe, or I don't want to think that like I have more knowledge about this kind of stuff and that I could estimate things like that better than such a huge company as Blizzard. But I just don't get it. Like, at least one thing they could do, and I think there's no excuse for that, is like to communicate a bit better and to give reasons like why they don't want to do it. Just saying, well, we lost the code and stuff like that, that was debunked immediately. Like, it's actually not that big of an issue. And I can, like, that's also a thing, like, why would you know? That's something that also Nostarius has basically discussed with them, and I mean, it should really not be that hard if, like, even, like, private server people that do it for a hobby are able to do it to some extent. So it just, I really wish they would communicate a bit more and actually give a bit better reasoning behind their decisions here and there, and I think that's just something where they could improve on, and I think that's also the point that aggravates so many private server players, that there's just like no real feedback and no real reasoning like why this should not be a thing. I mean, I also get like the kind of notion to move forward, to not basically backtrack and stuff, but I don't know. That's not enough for me, to be honest. Like, I think it's not a bad thing to, well, go back a bit and, well, play stuff you played in a very early state of your gamer life. I think that's completely fine, and it's really not just pure nostalgia. It's really also about the game itself. And I mean, there are also a lot of examples, for example, like RuneScape, that actually do this quite efficiently and quite successful. So yeah, really not too sure. Oh, there it is. Yeah, it actually was displayed. It's only like this little back. I overlooked it earlier. Yeah, difficult topic. Always have to be a bit careful like what you say about it. Very... Guess we can help him. I don't think he can share though. Oh. Oh wow, that was... Ah, nice. Very nice. Wow, amazing. Really good stuff. I guess I missed out a bit on the chat, but I don't think there was too much we talked about. Yeah, that's right, Ollie. I totally agree on that point. Okay, cool. Just another quick quest here. That's amazing. Also means we have to walk back, which is not that amazing, I guess. But I think it's okay. Okay, let's see how we do this. We need only this girl, and I think there are like 3. No, only... I think in later expansions actually 3 people around this place. But for now it's only this lady, so let's try to line of sight a bit. Okay, looks like this guy is gone. She actually deals a lot of damage. Let's finish her fast. Wow, almost died there. I guess I should also... Oh, I hope he did not need her. But I guess he would have invited me, right? I only realized that this guy is also a warlock. Damn it, that was bad. Ah, damn. I think he would have invited me if he needed the quest. Yeah, let's see if we also have... We don't have a potion, actually. That's bad. But I should look into Drain Soul a bit more and also creating some health stones. Yeah, again, really excited like how they will deal with it this time, because if they close it again, I guess there will be an even bigger shitstorm, and I think like this whole process, they might have underestimated the backlash at the start. Like they try to sweep it under the rug and try to ignore it, but I think that backlashed a bit, to be honest. And after that, they had to basically damage control a bit, had to invite the people, and well, in the end, nothing came of that, and the rage came back again. But well, now it's quite interesting, because it's quite hard to take them serious after such an occasion. Regarding their endeavors for the private server scene or for the legacy servers. So if they will shut it down, or like at least try to. I mean, Elysium/Nost already had a statement where they said no, they won't actually shut it down once they get their cease and desist letter. And if Blizzard actually well uses legal matters after that, then I think things could get really intense. Let's just hope it does not come to that, and maybe let's hope for the miracle that maybe legacy servers are one day are just a thing. That would be quite something. I guess that day I will, I don't know, upload a video where I dance. So look forward to that. In case you were not hyped enough for legacy servers, then that's something you can look forward to. Actually, don't like to fight bears. They're so tanky. Oh, my imp is out of mana again. Alright. Let's quest a bit around this area. Like in vanilla, it never hurts to pick up some quests that are about your level range. You can never have enough XP. Like, it's not like in retail where you actually outlevel certain zones. It's quite the opposite. Like, usually you, well, are a bit underleveled. Again, I should really use my trained soul a bit more often. Like, once the enemy is below 25% health, it's a really good point. Deals more damage, and I think you also have like a chance to get one. Oh no, that's apparently that's only Wrath of the Lich King. It actually does not matter. Never mind what I just said. I guess that's a problem that I have currently, that a lot of things are actually like that I think about are like, well, Wrath of the Lich King related. Will be close, but yeah. Like, the damage itself is not that bad, I guess. But let's make sure to create at least a health potion. Not potion, health stone. Okay. Also, of course, quite nice if you are life tapping a lot, then you have at least something you can get your health back a bit. Oh yeah, take care, Xarion. Thanks for tuning in. I think I will run from this guy for now. And there was another question, I think. Yeah, I guess that's the main argument you could have. Like, playing on a private server, like, the numbers of 5 and to even 10,000 are just sounding insane. Like, it's a huge population, but I guess in terms of Blizzard speaking, or like generally speaking, it's actually not that much. Like, if they have subscription in the 10 million range, then I guess it's actually not that impressive. But you always have to keep in mind that this is like a very niche, kind of also legally gray area where a lot of people are not sure about if it's actually something they can go for. Like, a lot of people are afraid that they might get banned, and that's really something you have to consider. And if there's like an official statement, an official server where people also maybe pay a subscription fee, I think it's it would get far more popular. And that's why it's very hard to kind of estimate those kinds of things, because again, of course, you can say, okay, like, there are about let's take even 100,000 like private server players, Nostalrius players at the moment. You just don't know like how much it will accelerate once there's like an official kind of server and statement from Blizzard. It's really, I think a lot of it comes down to this whole gray area kind of thing, and a lot of people are not sure if it's okay for them to get it, and if they get banned or repercussions of any kind. And yeah, and that's I think a very important thought as well. regarding to the Nostalrius team, they actually like crunched some numbers with Blizzard. Like they had some estimates and presented some data regarding this kind of stuff, like if it would be profitable and stuff. What's really sad though is that apparently Blizzard did not even react to those mails, like not even like a counter argument or that they can't use it for some reason. No, they just blatantly ignored those mails. And this is again the thing where I say, hey, at least communicate, at least tell us what you think, and don't just say it's not possible and then move on and ignore the demand, because that's the thing that infuriates most of the people, like the feeling of not being heard and feeling like powerless. I don't want to get political here or anything, but you can kind of see this whole thing going down also in the real world right now, I think. But yeah, I think that plays a huge deal in it. I also used to have some, I don't want to say fears, let's say concerns about like playing on a private server. Also was for me a pretty big decision, like to stream it, to create content for this kind of stuff, since I was always a bit afraid of well, maybe it gets taken down, maybe I get in legal trouble. But I just think like for one, there are much bigger channels out there and much bigger personalities that would probably be affected by this first, and give me enough time to maybe tune things down a bit. And the other thing is that I just think, like as a person who actually like paid for the game and also like played it when it came out, like I have original copies for all of the stuff I'm playing right now, and Blizzard does not have any costs regarding server maintenance, so like the argument about the subscription fee is also off the table. And I just think that it's actually okay, like to play. It's the same thing like with an emulator. Like games you just can't play any longer, I think it's okay if you emulate them in any way, especially if you paid for them already. Like same thing with my Pokemon copy. Recently I tried to play Pokemon on my Game Boy, but the old games actually have some sort of inner battery that just completely died. Oh right, I did not get that quest yet. That's bad. I think I have to. And like I can't play it on the Game Boy any longer. And that's the point where I think it's totally fine to just like play it on an emulator, play it on a ROM. And I think the same kind of logic can actually apply to this whole vanilla kind of thing. But that's just my opinion, and a lot of people would argue with that and would disagree there. Oh, he's already finished. That's also nice, I guess. But yeah. Yeah, I mean that's the nice thing about Nost. There's like they don't try to make any cash out of Blizzard's work. It's really just non-profit. It's really just for the experience itself, and that's what makes them kind of untouchable on that regard. Because a lot of the criticism, like that we get to hear, is of course, well, like you making money out of Blizzard's kind of well system, like the whole world, which of course it's their kind of like, but how do you call it? It's their game in the end, you know. But yeah, I guess it even costs them money to maintain the server and everything, like the fine people, like also the I don't know, like everyone that does basically the private server scene a favor by just not wanting any money. That's just amazing, and I even can understand if they want at least some kind of cash to at least get out even, like don't have to pay for the server maintenance and everything and the bug fixing and stuff. So I think it's also fine maybe to have some vanity items, some kind of cash shop on that regard. But that's the point where also a lot of private server players are getting very let's say aggressive, or like have a huge problem with it. And I think that's also what makes Nostalgia so great, because there's like just nothing regarding that, like no shop, nothing. I mean, they are currently, I think, printing out some shirts or some merchandise. So yeah, that's what this whole what makes this whole thing pretty great. I think I was first. Damn it. I'm very surprised like how much stuff is going on currently. Like pleasantly surprised. This is actually quite amazing. Oh, hello. Remember guys, if you enjoy the stream so far and yeah, enjoy being here, then please leave a rating. It helps out a ton and would be much appreciated. I'm always kind of reluctant in asking stuff like that, but if there's one thing I've noticed from doing all of this YouTube and streaming stuff, it's that it helps really out. It's really really good for the channel itself and also for me, of course, and would be very nice of you. That's a really annoying bug with the imp. I don't like that much. I guess the Void Walker won't have that same issue. It's actually so full here that there are not even murlocs to kill. That's amazing. Like usually this place is super scary because all of those murlocs just gank up on you. I'm really pleasantly surprised right now. Like last time I played, I was already thinking, oh hey, that's pretty good. But well, this time, like at this area, at this like time even, so many people, really good stuff. So if you are like the same person as me and 2 crits in a row and are just super hyped for vanilla right now and just can't wait like the 1 or 2 months, then the server I'm playing currently on is Kronos, and as you can see, it's actually quite amazing how many people there are, considering there's like a fresh vanilla realm right around the corner. Maybe but also because of that fact. I mean, I'm also here because of that, I guess, and yeah, that's probably also a reason. A lot of people are just too eager, they can't wait anymore, and I'm one of them. I think I've never had a situation that people are actually fighting for those lurkers. I really don't like fighting those foragers, because they tend to eat you alive and regen a lot of health. Oh no, I think in this case it's actually like some sort of drink. Still annoying. Okay, let's eat something. Just a few more. We actually are spending a lot more time here than I intended to. But again, like, pick up every quest you can get around this level. Like, there's no way you can over level or out level a certain area. What else is there to do? We have to kill a few more bears. We have to also loot some wood. Ah yeah, right, the fires quest. I think I will actually go down here. I think you can also like get those red linen bandanas from those area, like from the NPCs in this area right here. But a lot of those mobs are caster mobs, and I think they are just a bit too strong right now. They deal so much damage, and I don't want to deal with that right now. I think I will rather go to this field right here, especially since we have to give in a quest anyway, so that's fine. Yeah, you're completely right. A lot of people are also like training to get a good start at the launch. I even thought about like doing a short series on that. But for one, there's like another YouTuber right now. I forgot his name, otherwise I would give a quick shout out. But he's like, I think on the front page of Reddit right now, where he actually talks about that, like what are good farming spots. And but what I actually plan to do is like some sort of going into different starting zones and like doing some test runs, what gives the most EXP per minute. Maybe just because I think like the first 5-6 levels are the most crucial ones. Like if you get a head start, you can basically just snowball and roll your way to 60. But yeah, getting this head start is very important, and that's why I actually wanted to try out like what's better to maybe go in a group and kill some level 5 mobs, maybe like run for yourself really far ahead at the start and try to just take a bit higher mobs, stuff like that. But in the end, it really also comes down to like how fast are you able to log in, how how patient are you to reconnect after the countless disconnect that will probably occur, and yeah, how lucky are you in tagging mobs, how well, just how persistent you are and stay on top of your game. But I think to really have at least a chance and to really go for it, I think you need at least a group at the start and maybe kill a few enemies like around the area, like the follow area to your starting zone. But I like, don't quote me on that. I think it's just like something I could imagine. Okay, this last Murloc fin just does not want to drop for us, which is a bit unfortunate. Also need a few more bundles of wood. There's a lurker. Yeah, I agree with you there, Ohali or Quali. Sorry if I mispronounced your name there. I think grouping is really important at the start. And even then you have to get lucky. I guess if you are really popular and maybe have a group of friends that do not care about getting to the top, then you might also like do something like getting the mobs tagged for you and then killing them solo. Although I'm not too sure like how the XP distribution works in that way. I only remember that I think a fiend did it once to get to level 80, I think it was, like server first. And damn it. And well, not sure in vanilla if it's like the same kind of distribution there, or if it still gets split even if you like are the only one remaining. Ah, finally. Wow, that took actually quite a while in the end. And I also should not forget to get the bundles of wood. I'm sorry, but that's mine. I think we can go for another round of music. I will just use the one we just had, like a few, like I think in the last hour. I hope that's okay for you, but I just like this remix really, really much right now, so let's just go for it again. Kinda relaxes me, and I think World of Warcraft in general is just a very relaxing kind of game where you can sit back a bit, chat, kill some stuff, and what more do you need? Okay, only one more lock. Please be here somewhere. Sometimes it's really frustrating. Oh, there we are. Oh, that will be interesting. Let's see who gets it. Ah, nice. Sorry, friend, but that's my last required bundle.
Farewell.
Okay, free crests down there. That's really nice. Ah, okay, thanks for the very detailed insight on that one. So it's actually something you could plan to do to get ahead very fast, but of course you have to, well, have some very nice friends who actually are willing to sacrifice their kind of progression and their kind of tree to get to level 60 first, or like to get very high level early. But I guess it's like the same thing as with, like if there's a car that's just not running anymore and you just like, I don't know, give it a head start with some sort of engine boost, I don't know. Like again, as soon as you at least get a bit ahead, I think you can level very nicely. Like as long as you don't choke after that and you really stay consistent, you should be fine. But I guess it sounds easier than it actually is, because you pretty much have to play 24/7 and, well, very little sleep. Oh, that's a problem. Apparently a lot of the... he also has one apparently, so that's okay. Let's go for this kind of mob again then. And let's do the line of sight dance. Oh, nice. Already level 11. That went fast. See, I knew there was like a third mob in here. I think that's also like one... If you find like a ladder, like it's a random drop from enemies, and if you find that one, you can actually go here and kill this guy. It's like a wanted quest line, and well, unfortunately we don't have it right now. I think I actually have to... Oops. I have to fear this mob. Okay, only one drop so far. That's a pretty abysmal kind of drop chance at the moment. Just hope that gets a bit better. Yeah, add-ons in general, I totally agree with you. Like UI add-ons, pretty much everything that could come into your way or that could pose a threat to your fluent gameplay. And of course add-ons also, they ease up a few things if you set them up correctly. So that's in every case, that's a thing. Like even if you don't want to raise to level 60, I would recommend just setting up your add-ons like on a test server like Kronos for now at least, and try if everything works out. Maybe even play a bit longer than just for 1 minute and see what might occur regarding... Oh, that's a bit scummy. Why would he go for that one? I mean, never mind. Maybe he just spawned and attacked him by accident. I guess that's fine. Right now I'm actually thinking about just skipping the quest, and I think that's what we are going to do, to be honest. Yeah. Yeah, let's... You know what, let's just leave that one behind. Like the respawn rate on those defias fucks is just... this word. Is there actually a way for a German to say that word without it being sounding like without it sounding total dirty? Defias fucks. You know what I mean. Bandits. The bandits don't respawn fast enough, and that's I think why we are going to ditch this quest for now. Like I said, that's another thing, of course. If you are have any ambition into getting to level 60 as one of the first players, then having a certain kind of path you want to take, like a quest line you want to follow, and the most efficient ones, of course, like efficient farming spots, all that stuff. There's so much you have to take into consideration if you even want to contest like one of the first spots in getting to level 60. Like you also have to keep in mind, like, this game is very old now, and a lot of people actually make it themselves like a mission. Like it's like a sport for them to get to level 60. Like they trained over the past years. Maybe they did it on live, maybe they did it on the past private server launches. So like the competition to get there is so high, and like I won't do it, of course. There's no way I will reach it, especially like not streaming and yeah. So, but I think it's a really fun kind of hobby, like also really respectable one, because it takes a lot of determination and I mean, it sounds a bit funny since you basically play a game, but there's also some work in it, like the preparation and also like the dedication to actually execute your plans and stay consistent, stay on top, stay concentrated. It's really not as easy as it might sound if you just say, well, they play a game. It's really not. Yeah, I don't go back there, I don't think. But I think I will go actually and hand in this quest at least. And then we are going back to Stormwind. From there we are going to well, go back to Dun Morogh, and then I'm not too sure if I actually should continue and finish the starting area, since, I mean, it's in the title, but it's getting a bit late. But you know what, maybe I still do it. There are not too many quests left there, so I think we can actually go for it. But I think like the whole run from Dun Morogh to Darkshore, like it's a long way. I think I will do this off screen so you don't have to endure that, and yeah. So that's just a short heads up what I've planned, what we might be doing like in the upcoming kind of episodes. Alright, let's abandon this one and let's hand in the princess questline. Oh, chicken pad, that's actually a really good point. Now I'm actually considering going to Westfall just for that. It's around this place right here, the farm.
Can I help you? Safe travels.
Damn it, Oliver. I'm actually not too sure if I should go back already or at least get my chicken. I guess it's not that big of a I mean, we even can go to the Sentinel Hill, hand in another quest and take a flying path back to Stormwind. So you know what, I think we will do it. So that we have a little companion. Quite interesting that you actually keep the bandana. Maybe I even go for Hogger. I think like Hogger also has a nice staff once we finish the quest on that guy. And like judging from the population right now, from the players that are around, I think there's a good chance that we actually can get some people together to raid this guy. I'm just getting so distracted, like sidetracked all the time. Usually I just wanted to get my my Void Walker and finish the Dun Morogh starting area, and now I'm just running from one quest to another. I guess it's also the power of vanilla, or World of Warcraft in general. I guess that's one of those things you can't really pinpoint to vanilla. It's just a general good design of the RPG itself. Okay, yeah, let's do it. Yeah, if you plan like the whole routing or kind of path you want to take as a like way to 60, then it's really hard, of course. I totally agree on that. There are some guides, like pre-made stuff you can look up in the internet, and like the thing with that is always like you can't plan for everything. it also, like, you have to, like, if you want to, I guess if you want to be a really good player and want to be like one of the top guys, then you also have to adapt to certain situations. Like, take for example, like there's a quest that just bugged out, and well, your guide said, okay, do this quest, but it's just not happening because like it's bugged. Then you have to be really aware of, okay, what are other options for that, and what can I do instead. And I guess this is like the point where like good kind of speedrunners differentiate between like the best ones, like also the ability to adapt to those situations. But you know what? No, those quest drops, I don't know. Like, it's not that I'm impatient or anything, and actually, like in vanilla, there are a lot of quests where you just have to grind because the quest item just won't drop. I mean, I just killed like 2 enemies there and just gave up, but it's really just because I don't want to level here. I just want to get my stuff done, get my Void Walker and the chicken now, of course, since I'm pretty much stupid that way. But after that I will just go back and level in Darkshore. So yeah, I mean, the main point is probably that I really want to end the episode like with the Dun Morogh questline complete, and well, don't want that to be, I don't know, a whole hour from now on. I want this to be rather early. So let's already get a macro. I also don't know why I like it's still happening that I use my immolate 2 times. It makes no sense whatsoever. Okay, let's see. There's a chicken. I guess by now everyone knows about this quest, so I won't bother explaining what I just did here and what's going on. Oh, that's a... Okay, it should be a big chicken then. Yeah, usually it's a bit smaller. But hey, there we are. The prairie chicken. Oh shit. Okay, he's fine. I was about to say, let's try to help him, but it's okay. So yeah. Now we got ourselves a little companion here, which is pretty neat, I think. I'm not sure if it was Westfall Stew or Gortusk liver pie. Now, I think the livers were actually okay. Now, I think like the Gortusk snouts and the Gortusk livers. Speaking of like speedruns, this is a quest you never like, also not on speedruns, and also like not usually you don't want to do this quest, or you want to if you want to maybe bring up your cooking skill anyway and can use the mats that drop, or like if you are a skinner. But what I'm trying to say here is that this quest just take ages. Like the drop rate on the livers and the snouts is abysmal. It's super frustrating. Those are such nice quests, but no, it's enough. Enough sidetracking. Let's leave this area for now. Maybe we come back later to go to the death mines, and then there's even a good chance that we do some of those quests still. But for now, let's leave this area. maybe take another quick look around this place right here. Sometimes there are some nice recipes. So let's see if we can actually get something here. Some patterns, but I don't want those actually. You know what? Sometimes they actually sell for quite a bit in the auction house. Also the itemization in vanilla is just godlike. A cloth chest with 4 strength and 4 stamina. What's not to love? That's actually quite a nice, like, leatherworking pattern. The belt is even... No, actually, in vanilla it's nothing. It's just a white kind of pattern. Let's take this one and maybe try to sell it in the auction house. Sometimes, like, main characters pay good money to buy this for their alts or like to bring up their skill level, or also perfectionists try to maybe get it sometimes to complete their whole well, recipe, like their profession. Wow, hard word. So yeah, little tip, sometimes it's really worth it to pick up stuff like this and sell it in the auction house, like patterns, recipes, especially like alchemy kind of recipes. Like if you get your hands on those, then they usually sell for quite a bit. Customize racials. What do you mean by that exactly? Like that you can choose the racials, like if you are gnome, that you can also get like racials from the human side, or just tweak them around a bit? It's quite interesting, I guess, but I kind of like the way it is, because I think it contributes to the whole diversity of the world, you know, that I mean, a lot of people are going with humans on the alliance side just because it's like a really solid and strong class. By the way, I did a video recently on the class race combinations, where I explain a bit more in detail why that is. But I guess if there's like an option to like, for example, take a gnome and take the human racials with it, I'm not too sure how much I would like that, to be honest. I mean, it sounds interesting, and like to test things out, I would actually enjoy it, because I really would like to play a gnome rogue, and there's some merit to doing it, but overall, like, the human is just, like, racial wise, it's better, and that's like a point where I would say, okay, it would be actually quite cool to maybe get the human racials on like a gnome. But overall, I think it's good the way it is, to be honest, because I'm not too sure if like there would be like just one race otherwise in the game. Although maybe there wouldn't, exactly because of that, because then people could go out of their way of like picking like the best class, and could also like just go for flavor, like go for looks or go for lore. It's actually quite an interesting thought, because to some extent you could argue that it would reduce the diversity of the world, but to another extent you could also argue that, well, since everyone could have everything, you are not limited to a certain race, just like to min-max on your racials. But it would be quite hard to balance, like, where do you draw the line, like, what kind of racials do you pick? Like, is it like something that is set in stone, or can you actually be creative there? So it's a very interesting question. I think we have to go down the basement for that. Hmm. Yeah, the thing is like, where are those limitations, you know? But again, I kind of like the idea, to be honest. I think it's really interesting. Okay. No, wait a minute. I think I'm not right. I think I should have stayed just top. Oops. Don't know why I thought that, to be honest. Let's read the quest text again. Where do we have to go? It's below, he says below, but it looks like I took like a wrong turn somewhere. Let's try that again. I bet it like there's like someone in the viewers right now that is just shaking his monitor, shaking his screen, screaming at me. Goddamn idiot. It's like this way. Okay. Like, this is also the kind of stuff I think that makes vanilla great. If you think about like what we had to do to actually get our minion and how rewarding it feels, and also like this Void Walker feels quite powerful, like something we actually have to work for, and it's just so nice once you get it. I guess that's one thing that you can say about a lot of things in vanilla, that they are just, since you need to do more for them, they feel a lot more rewarding. But also like flavor wise and like gameplay wise, it just feels so much better than, for example, not even going to, I think like retail WoW, you don't even have to go to trainers any longer. So once you ding to level 10, you just get your Void Walker. So I really like that. Feels so good to have this guy right now, you know? Let's summon him right away. Not the best name, but it's okay. I think we already trained, right? Curse of Weakness again. You know what, let's just, I mean, it's not the worst thing right now. What I mean with this is like 1 silver is okay. Like later on there will be talents we just completely skip, since they are, well, useless and cost like, I don't know, 1, 2, 3 gold. So, but like this 1 silver, let's just get it over with and pick the curse. It's just something we probably won't use. Okay, now let's see, what are we going to do? I'm just a bit scared that I forgot something, but we got the flight path, we did the quests here. I think it's time for us to just use the Hearthstone back to Kronos. I think that should be fine, yeah. Yeah, here goes nothing. I just really hope that I did not forget anything, and well, that we can finally try to finish the Dun Morogh questline. Guess I could have paid the engineers a visit. Why is it always that I like remember this kind of stuff just 2 seconds after it would have been appropriate? Never mind. Our backspace should be enough for those last few quests. I think there's also like a cooking trainer around this area and someone who can actually help us getting rid of some stuff, so it's totally fine, I think. Yeah, true, it's actually, wow, I think I was like, I don't know what form it was, but I remember like sitting next to you one time and actually watching over as you were trying to get a form. I'm not sure if it was like probably was even water form. But yeah, the metamorphosis kind of quest lines for the druid are actually quite something. Same thing with shamans. I think they also had their fair share of pretty drawn out class quests. We are almost level 12 even. I'm a bit surprised, but I guess we grinded a bit and killed a few mobs that actually were not planned. So we will leave this area with a nice level, a good enough level to go straight ahead to Darkshore, which is really nice. Yeah, right. Like I don't remember, or I don't know what you had to do for the flight form in Burning Crusade, but as far as I'm concerned, it was a lot and really long kind of quest. I think also like including a few dungeon runs and well. But like the flight form itself, I always found that to be really amazing, and I always envied the druid for being able to do that.
What can I get for you today?
Alright, this is like an elite quest, but it actually provides us with some pretty okay pants. Like nothing crazy, but it's an upgrade, of course. So let's see how we will stand. I think since we got our Void Walker, we actually might stand a chance here, because this is again, this is like an elite quest. But yeah, let's just take a look how this will work out. Let's not forget to put the torment on, and well, let's see, 666 HP. Okay, all right. Let's try this. Oh, he actually takes a lot of damage. Maybe I can like get the aggro first and try to kite a bit. Okay, never mind. Holy ooh, okay. So much for elite quests. Guess I'm a bit spoiled by the rough content, and I mean, I knew it would be hard, and for some reason I still thought, okay, maybe like as a warlock, maybe if you at least have your Void Walker, then there's a slight chance, but this Yeti just completely polarized our pet and also us, so ooh, that was pretty embarrassing. I also did not have a potion. Guess I could have tried to maybe throw a copper bomb. That's something I missed. But like, I think the chance to stun this target would not have been as great. Still, not my best performance there. But looks like we will try, like we will have to skip this quest for now. I will ask real quick in the general chat, maybe there's someone who wants to do this quest actually. Oh, we still have no permission to speak. That's like one restriction I really don't like, to be honest. I'm not too sure like what's the like what you can do to actually work around this, like if it's about the time you have played or if it's like a level, because I always thought it would be at level 10 where you can actually use the general chat, but it looks like we still have no permission, so that's a customization. I kind of get why they are doing it, to prevent like spamming and stuff, but I think once you're level 10, you at least should be able to use the general chat. I guess it's not that easy. I mean, there are some arguments for that kind of limitation, but it's a bit annoying right now. Like, we can't find a group here, and that pretty much means that we probably won't be able to do this quest right now. So let's leave that behind for the moment and maybe try it later. Let's see what our playtime actually is. 8 hours. I really don't know. If it's like, I could not imagine that it's because we only played for 8 hours. Maybe you need like a whole day. I'm not too sure. If anyone knows like what are the restrictions on Kronos, like regarding the speaking in chat, then please let me know. And yeah, I will try to do this quest at a later stage then. Would also really appreciate a wand. That would be quite amazing. Like, the thing is, in Elwynn Forest there were actually a lot of people. Like, maybe you could even argue that there were a few too much, since we actually had problems finishing some quests because like there were not enough NPCs. But well, tomorrow it's like a whole nother chapter. This place is actually not that popular, and well, that's a slight issue, I guess. Oh, I think the Shadow Bolt actually missed, but it should be fine. Only level 8. Yeah. Okay. Oh, we had a potion the whole time. Wow, that's even worse then. I guess that would have been an avoidable death. Maybe I should not even have tried it in the first place. I just felt so strong thanks to my fresh Void Walker, but well, I mean, I guess in vanilla, if like a quest says 2 or more people, then it's really 2 or more people. Maybe exception is the hunter, or maybe a demon lock at a higher level, like also with lifeline and life drain. But I guess before that, and if you don't have like a tank pet as a hunter, then you actually can completely forget to do any kind of elite quests alone. Just something I have to remind myself of again. Let's actually listen to some World of Warcraft music. Like, the score in World of Warcraft is also amazing. I think they did a magnificent job with that. A wand would be so great. I guess we can stab the enemy a bit. It's quite nice that we have a bit of a level advantage, so like as a caster you should always take care of that at least like you are at the same level, maybe even 1 above, because like everything that's 2 or 3 levels above you is pretty much really a pain to fight against, since there's so much resist, or like a high mischance that your spell just don't hit, and that can be like, that can get very frustrating. Okay, and we also need bone snappers. Yeah. I think it's quite interesting that like a quest that actually, like in such a concentrated area, that there are like 2 quests. Like you would expect that this is like only one kind of kill quest, like kill 6 skull thumpers and also like 10 bone snappers. But for some reason they split it up in 2 quests, which of course is really nice. But I wonder what the reasoning behind that was. Maybe they kind of ran out of ideas and had to maybe yeah, take care about it that way. Let's actually use a Curse of Agony here and just stab the enemy to death. It's okay, like it's not the most efficient way, but here and there we can do it to regen up some mana again, I guess. I think after I finished with this quest, I might log out for today. I really want to do the elite quest, and I might have to do it off screen, like maybe wait a bit and look for people, maybe go AFK while camping at the site. So yeah, that's something I don't want to do on screen, and I think that's why we can't quite finish the starting area today, but I mean, we kinda did, because this will be something I will probably do off screen then, like the elite quest. I showed you like where it is and how not to do it. So I guess it's okay if I just do that one off screen, like once we find at least someone that can do it with us. So yeah, just a few more bone snappers and then we are out of this area, I think. There's also another one here. Another short quest. Maybe next time we will start there. Although I really would like to start in Darkshore the next time we see each other. Ah, damn it. That's bad. Oh, that's really bad. No way. I don't even think like I have... do I have another... Okay, I have another soul shard. That's okay then. Alright. Just 7 more of those enemies and then we are good to go. Let's see. Yeah, really not a nice area to fight in. I guess if you are a hunter, for example, like a dwarven hunter, then don't go to this place until you get your pet, basically. It's a really annoying kind of area. I guess you can say that in general for caves and such, so... I would recommend you to be around level 10 to go here. Once again, sorry. Once again, guys, sorry if I have to talk about this again, but, well, it really helps out if you enjoyed the stream so far, then please leave a like, would be much appreciated. And, yeah, that's all I needed to say about that. Alright, I should also not forget to get my find minerals back on. Like one thing, like one mistake I also tend to do is once I die, that I don't pick up my fighting finding kind of abilities again. So that also makes you miss up on some nice loot sometimes. I think for the next episode I will also look into maybe getting a wand, because I think it increases our leveling speed by a bunch. Like, wand damage in the early levels is really not to be underestimated. It's quite amazing actually. Okay, 2 bone snappers. See, no respawn yet, that's nice. It's actually just one, the other one is like a skull thumper. They are a bit rare, that's not as good. Oh look, there's actually someone else in this area. I'd really like to group up with him, so we can finish this quest together. Like, this is no collect quest, which is nice, so we don't have to share any kind of loot. We basically just kill those guys together, and since I'm a few levels ahead anyway through the questing in Westfall, it's totally fine to share some kill XP. It deals actually quite a good amount of damage. That's nice. Okay. Guess we are done here. Maybe let's just help him out for the last remaining mobs. But he seems to be doing quite fine. Yeah, I think I would like to get out of here before the respawns come back in, so I could imagine he's also about to be done here. And as you can see, he is quite well equipped apparently. Like, he blows through those mobs like it's nothing. So I think he's totally fine here, and yeah. Let's hand in those last remaining quests, and then I think we can call it a night. Remember, if you have any questions regarding the server or like the stream or anything, then feel free to ask. I will try to answer your questions as good as possible. So yeah, plans for the next few levels. We will try to do this one right here, maybe with a teammate, maybe off screen. And I think then I will move on to Darkshore, and I might do this off screen just because like the way to get there is about 20-25 minutes. If you use the spirit healer, there's actually some sort of shortcut you can take, like if you go for res sickness. I guess I can show this real quick. Like, if you go this way to the wetlands right here and then get yourself killed around this area, then you can, I think, res around this spot with the spirit healer. And if you move on even a bit further, I'm not too sure about the actual location. You have to Google that, I'm afraid. But I think it's around here. Like, if you get killed again, then you can spirit res around this area right here. So it's actually really nice. Like, it shortens the 20-minute walk to about, let's say, 6, 7, 8 minutes maybe. So yeah, that's just a quick side note. For now, I thank you guys very much for watching. Oh, it's the Kronos server. Sorry for the late answer there. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this stream, and well, take care and stay awesome. Till next time. Bye.